Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on That Game Review Show. This is your host, James, and I just wanted to go out there and say it. Life has been crazy. I understand that has been... I think I said that in the last couple of videos I did on here. But 2020 has been pretty fucking busy for all of us here at That Game Review Show. For myself, for Terrell, for Matthew, 2020 has been a year so far, and it just started. So, yeah, with that being said, well, I didn't get a chance to work on God of War 3. I have the bulk of the video ready, and by that I mean I have the script recorded, and I have the gameplay done. I just need to get around to editing the voiceover, and then editing the video itself. That's gonna take a while. I've just been incredibly busy lately. I don't really want to go too deep into it, but basically, I have a new job, and it's been very stressful, considering the last job I had was barely a job, if I'm gonna be fair. So it's been tough trying to work on That Game Review Show when I get home, depending on the day, when I get home fairly late and I'm exhausted. It's hard to do, especially because I am still working 2 jobs, so that hasn't helped. My days off have been very sporadic. I mean, there was... I think last week I had 1 day off, so I didn't really get a chance to work on anything, and then I think, this last week my days off were, completely shifted. I don't know, it's been a lot, but that's not the point of this video. I'm just talking a lot. As you can tell, this is an off-the-cuff script. Script, quote-unquote, I don't have a script. It's an off-the-cuff recording. You can probably tell that I haven't had a lot of time to work on anything because I am doing kind of an impressions video on the MediEvil remake. So this one kind of flew under my radar. I mean, I knew about it, but I also didn't. It kind of released unbeknownst to me, it released. I mean, that was, last October, I think? Yeah, I wasn't horribly interested. I mean, I was. But I also remember the original game, and I was not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I played it a little bit. Total, I maybe played 3 or 4 hours. That's across my PS3 and my PSP, and I think my Vita a little bit. I think I played it on the Vita. But it wasn't... I don't know, it wasn't great. It didn't blow me away. I don't view it as, this super awesome, PS1 game. So when I heard about the remake, I was kind of like, yeah, it sounds good, but am I going to get it? Eventually I did. I bought it at the same time as, I actually bought Resident Evil 2 Remake. I haven't touched that one yet, and I will eventually. Like I said, I've just been busy, and I was kind of in the mood for something just weird, kind of goofy and weird, and MediEvil does fit the bill. So for full transparency, I've only played, I think, a couple hours at this point. So this is pretty bare bones as far as impressions go. It's fine. The MediEvil remake is fine. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's this awesome remaster or remake of this old-ass PS1 game. The level design is clunky. Honestly, the gameplay itself is very clunky, almost like it was directly lifted from the PS1, and that's not great. I mean, it works. Maybe it was intentional. I guess part of me was expecting it to handle a little bit better. There was a lot of points where I felt like I was running against a wall wrong, and I was snapping to a lot of my animations, and I think at one point I got stuck in the ground. My feet were stuck in the ground, but I still couldn't move. I don't know, that was weird. But yeah, it's a fine remake. Honestly, I don't feel like it has all that much charm either, and I think it comes down to the fact that it is trying to recreate the original game. And I did kind of feel this way about the Crash Insane trilogy and the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I mean, I prefer Crash, of course, but I don't know, it feels like a lot of the charm is missing. But they also have pretty good gameplay to fall back on. I mean, Spyro, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Spyro 2, and I haven't even touched Spyro 3, but Crash Bandicoots 1, 2, and 3, I really love those games. And I feel like even with the lack of charm, I mean, they spruced up the controls so well that you kind of look past the kind of more generic nature of the new art style and new direction. Whereas with MediEvil, it feels way more like a Tim Burton movie, and I can give it credit for that. But I feel with that does take away from it. I mean, there's people out there that love some Tim Burton films like Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride. I love Corpse Bride. But yeah, just as far as a game goes, it feels pretty generic. It feels like any game I could play would feel like it. There's not really a whole lot drawing me there. And I did talk about the gameplay a little bit, but honestly, the combat, it feels like they were trying to do a little too much for the time. Like, there's a lot of instances where you're just sitting there just pushing square, and Sir Daniel Fortescue is just like swinging his sword, and sometimes it hits enemies, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes they hit you, and there's really no way of avoiding damage and attacking. Which shouldn't be that bad, but some enemies like group around you just waiting for your shield to lower. And some of them actually run basically as fast as you, so you can't really get away from them a whole lot. I don't know. I mean, it's good. It's a budget game. I think it's $20 on PSN. I bought it for maybe $10. It's fine. If you're a big fan of the original game, which I am not, I enjoy the original well enough, then by all means go ahead and play it. But if you're looking for maybe like a quirky, weird action experience, look elsewhere. I mean, for the same price, you can buy Devil May Cry 3 HD on the Switch and be way happier because it's a way better game. That's a lot of my Devil May Cry bias showing. I mean, I don't like Devil May Cry. No one likes Devil May Cry. I've only made many hours of content about it on this channel so far. But no, look elsewhere if you're looking for like a deeper game. I mean, it's a platformer too, and the platforming isn't even that good. I don't know. I feel like that's enough rambling, though. Like I said, I've only played this game for a couple of hours, so I can't get horribly deep into all of it. At some point, I might do a full James-style review where I go hard at the game, but for the moment, for what I can do, this feels good. It feels good to get something out there, to talk about something. I mean, it probably goes without saying now, but I'm not making that little deadline I set for God of War. Yeah, I might get God of War 3 out sometime in March, and I feel okay about that because that's God of War 3 is like the last classic God of War game, not counting Ascension. So it's 15 years of classic God of War. I can accept that. And then obviously, God of Thor is kind of its own beast. I might wait a little while to do that one. I have ideas. They're culminating for the ideas I had. I need way more time than I have to work on it. So, yeah, I'm just trying to formulate my time better. Honestly, I'm so burned out on God of War that I'm kind of glad to be talking about something else, even for... I'm almost at 11 minutes right now. So it's been very nice. But with that, the video needs to end. I need to get this taken care of so I can get it uploaded. And I need to get to bed because I work for like 13 hours tomorrow, so... yeah, that'll be nice. Anyways. Ooh, I'm a little burpy. I just had Fruit Loops and chocolate. Because I'm an adult. I make my own food. Anyways. That is it for me. I'm sure it's a little disappointing getting more of a That Game Impressions show video as opposed to a That Game Review show video. But like I said, 2020 has been... it's been hard on everyone so far. But we've got plans, hopefully, when things kind of settle down, if that ever happens. It's been a pretty deep tunnel so far. I don't want to sound too negative about that, but I'm incredibly stressed. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that a whole lot. Yeah, I'm very stressed, and it feels good being able to do a short video like this, because, I don't know, I like talking about games. I mean, I've been working jobs where my coworkers either aren't into games or they're very old, so I can't really even talk about them a whole lot anymore. And I don't have a whole lot of time to talk to, like, Matthew or Terrell about games because, well, we're working all different schedules, basically. So yeah, it feels good. I like getting this off my chest. So, yeah, that'll do it for me. I feel like if I bitch about life more, this might as well just go on my personal channel. Oh dear. Anyways, next week will be Terrell's week. I don't know what he has planned. Maybe he'll do an impressions video like I did. I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to tell this was very low, minimal editing. I coughed earlier, and I'm probably going to leave that in. Because that's the mindset I have at the moment. But yeah, hopefully Terrell puts a little bit more effort into what he does. And we'll see you all next time.